YouTube. What's the righteous word? It's your boy Gangland Neem, aka Neiman, I before the E. Golly, I don't know y'all, and we are back. We about to get into this clip. I'm a little late on it, but a couple people hit me. They're like, "Hey, bro, you gotta react on the Almighty and Adam fight." So for sure, at y'all request. If this is your first time to the channel, please like, subscribe, comment, and share, please, and thank you. I need that for the algorithm. Also, if you could go up to the top of the page, please hit that Instagram link. Follow me on Instagram. I take suggestions in the DMs. Now, straight up, I'm gonna just tell y'all for the record, my stance on this is Almighty served him. Point blank, period. Adam tried to do the white thing where he'd be like, hey, shut up, one mic, yeah. And Almighty not having it. Almighty not having it. A lot of y'all be saying, I look like Almighty with a dreadlock wig on. It's kind of crazy, but you know, whatever. I find it funny. But he definitely served him. Let's get into this. This is a long clip too. Y'all talking about y'all wanted me to react. The whole damn thing is probably like an hour, but I clipped up, you know, a little piece of it, but here we go.
And arguing that your opinion is better just because of your life experience. That. No, that's what you're saying right now.
They said that, and I agree.
You're leaning on your life experience to say that you should automatically win the argument.
I didn't say that.
That's what you just said.
I didn't say automatically. But no, the moment that you tried to discredit, like you know, how do you know more hip hop about me? How?
No, but what you're doing right now, acting as if
that's the question.
Why I'm talking? Stop talking while I'm talking. You're arguing now.
First violation right there. Stop talking while I'm talking. Like, shut up. We're both grown men. Don't speak to me in that manner or get duffed.
That my
How
opinion.
Do you know more than me?
Why are you interrupting so much?
Because I want to know the question. You didn't answer the question. You was done talking, then I asked the question and you interrupted.
You're asking why.
I like how he keep talking too, because everybody else be like, that's what I fucks with. It's how he keeps talking. He keeps stepping on them. Yeah, Almighty. It's my cousin.
Am I allowed to have a legitimate opinion on hip hop? No, you're saying that my opinion can't count compared to yours.
That's not what I said. I said the moment that you insinuated, like the moment that child was read, and then you said like, oh, like Suspect knows more than hip hop about me. Nigga, you came in hip hop in 32. I was born into hip hop.
What are you talking about? I've been listening to rap since I was a tiny child. Bro, no, but this argument is you taking an L because you're arguing that I can't have an argument.
I'm not saying you can't have an argument.
No, but you're arguing that my opinion.
I didn't say you can't
but
have
why
an
is my opinion less relevant than yours?
I didn't
That's
say
not the kind of thing that people will. No, on a podcast, that's not what you do. You don't tell the other person that their opinion doesn't count because they're white or because they're old or whatever. Well, that's what you're saying.
I didn't say
and you're lying because you just said that I got into hip hop at 32.
I didn't say it count. You got into talking to rappers at 32. Did you not?
No, yeah.
Okay, then, nigga, I was born into hip hop.
Okay.
What are you talking about? I was judging battles.
I'm saying that if you go on a podcast and you argue that your opinion matters more than the other person,
it matters
no, that's what you're saying right now.
I didn't say it matters more.
No, that's literally what you just said.
And the only reason I brought that up is because when that chat came up, you immediately insinuated like, oh, how does Suspect know more? And I just told you how. You came into hip hop at 32.
That's not true. You're lying. I've been listening to hip hop since I was a small child, since I was in elementary school.
I've been in it though.
Just because you were hanging out with Lush at battles doesn't mean that.
Hanging out with Lush.
Okay, but
being a fan and being in it are completely separate things, Adam.
How are you in it?
Don't you understand?
Just because you were going to live shows?
No, not
because you're going to battles.
I'm judging battles.
I'm saying
I'm judging battles at 12.
Suspect. If you're gonna have,
my father is an underground.
Why do I keep talking and then you start talking over me?
You didn't let me answer.
Shouldn't we let each other talk?
Let me answer.
No, but you keep saying the same thing over and over.
How? And then I tried to answer and then you cut me off.
I'm gonna explain to you like a pretty simple concept in podcasting, which is
you got it.
Hey, this is where he does this white man authority thing where he's like, I'm going to explain to you because your comprehension level seems to be far below all the rest of the people who I deal with on a regular basis. I don't like that type shit. And that should get you duffed out too.
Bro, you won.
If we're going to have an argument,
you got it.
You can't tell me that I can't have an opinion.
You got it. You won.
Why are you doing this little spoiled brat thing?
You got it. You won.
You got it. You won.
You got it. You won.
That was funny though.
This is kind of sad.
I bet it is. It's sad that you feel like as 32, as being a fan of hip hop and somebody who's actually in hip hop.
No, you're doing it again.
How?
You're doing it again.
How do you know?
You're telling me I can't have an opinion on rap because I'm white.
I didn't say you can't have an opinion. Where did white come into this? I said 32. I never said white. I said 32.
So because I became
about?
Successful interviewing rappers at 32, that undermines my opinion.
That's not what I said.
That is literally what you just got done
keep
saying.
Putting words into my mouth. That's not what I said.
The only words I'm putting in your mouth are the ones that you literally just said.
No. Repeat what I said, not words in my mouth. Say exactly what I said. Quote me. Don't put you.
Boom. I like how he said that too. I'm just pointing these things out. Quote me. Don't rearrange what I'm saying to fit your narrative, which he does all the time. And a lot of y'all ain't witty and smart enough to actually pick up on that, so you let him spin your ass.
Your perception of what I said on it. Quote me, nigga.
I'm just saying.
Don't put your perception on it. You're putting your
this
perception.
podcast would be very, very boring if every argument got broken down to I have more authority in hip hop. If we want to talk about who has more authority in hip hop,
you're talking about authority. More
I can talk about my accolades in terms of what I've accolades in hip hop. You might have been in it for a long time.
Hey,
I got the accolades.
That's where y'all gonna come.
I got accolades on the I got accolades I shouldn't even bother to mention.
Y'all gonna come to the same point again where y'all talking about two different things. You get what I'm saying? Right now, y'all even arguing two different things. The whole thing started.
No, but he's the one telling me now that I can't even have an opinion because I'm white and because I became successful in hip hop when I was older.
Who said white? I said 32. More words in my mouth. What are you talking about?
I think that's what you're getting at. What are you about to eat?
If I'm going to get at something, I'm going to say it. I'm not going to insinuate a thing. It's fried chicken.
I'm challenging you to prove that you're not actually triggered and mad by like being able to have like a normal conversation about this as well.
The only reason I got mad is when the super chat read it and you insinuated like you had more hip hop knowledge than me, nigga. Please.
No, I just don't.
Talking about
the same. My issue with the super chat is my issue with what you're saying in general too, which is that we shouldn't be having a conversation in which we tell the other person that their opinion matters less because of their lived experience.
More perception.
Could you imagine me and DW arguing about rap and him saying, "Well, I'm from Long Beach, so your opinion doesn't matter"? That's retarded.
Talking about some Long Beach shit, does your opinion not more matter?
We're talking about hip hop in general.
You can't tell me nothing.
I was born in hip hop. What aren't you understanding? He's born in Long Beach.
Okay.
He can talk to more Long Beach shit about.
No, if we're talking Long Beach, for sure that makes sense. No, but what you're doing right now is exactly what I'm talking about.
Bikes. I was born in hip hop. How can somebody whose whole culture, everything they live and breathe?
This is an interesting way for you to choose to lose this argument.
No. I'm about to break it down for you. Do our culture don't live and breathe hip hop? Yes or no? Do it not?
Yes.
That doesn't make you right in this argument.
No, I'm not saying
just because you've been hanging out at battles.
I'm saying my opinion. We're talking about right. Let me get my opinion.
What is hanging out at battles? Why does hanging out at battles make you a better aficionator on this?
I never said better. Can I get my opinion out?
Why? But you were just hanging out at battles.
Your perception. Hanging out at a battle and judging a battle is completely different.
Okay.
I judged the battle rap.
What is the difference between listening to music and being obsessed with music and doing that, but then also sitting on a couch at a battle?
Gang banging and being inside gang banging. What is he talking about?
But being inside it doesn't make you an expert on it.
Being inside gang banging don't make you more knowledgeable than a fan?
Talk about it.
Yeah, it does.
No,
come on, bro.
For sure.
Outside of
who's a bigger expert on gangs? A guy who like writes a book on gangs and like really like breaks it down, or
a nigga who lives
Crip
it
Mac?
every day.
Who's really only exposed to one gang?
Crip Mac know more than that.
know more than a nigga
Then
who
the
write
guy
a book.
who wrote the book. I'm not saying me, but I'm saying like a guy who wrote the book on it.
Fuck.
The nigga
So
who
you're telling me that a random fucking dude who happens to be in a gang is more of an authority on gangs than a guy who studies it for his entire life. Now, this is just like a metaphor.
I'm talking about a nigga who was born.
I'm not gonna say more
authority. If you born
authority.
in your hood,
Like,
a nigga who wrote a book about
police
your hood
got more
authority.
authority.
He studied it.
All I'm saying
Because he
is
studied it. Come on.
Suspect. Nobody.
What we talking about?
Suspect.
And I also want to say this too. This is a point my boy Almighty didn't say, right? Now think about this. I agree with everything Almighty's saying, and he's right to me. This the thing. The man who's writing the book on gangbanging, at the end of the day, he's getting secondhand knowledge. He's getting stories from the people who actually live this. Simple as that to me. Everything in that man's book is secondhand knowledge. Yo, some of that shit could be absolutely false. Niggas could just be spinning you. Niggas could just be saying whatever to you because you're writing a book, right? All that stuff in the book is secondhand knowledge. The person who's actually living it can tell you more. I don't understand why that's such a deep concept for such an intelligent man as ADAM22 to understand. Golly. He be acting like he just does mental circles around fools, and that's what bothers me, bro. You not smarter than everybody. You not, dog.
Let me just make my point. Nobody wants to watch a podcast in which you proclaim that you have the only valid opinion because of the fact that you used to hang out with Lush at battles.
That's what you're saying.
No, that's what you said.
I never brought up Lush.
Why do you keep saying things that denying that you said them?
I quote me. Stop putting
this has happened a lot of times in a row now.
I never quoted anything. You're not quoting me. You're saying.
No, I am.
No, that's not
I'm directly quoting you.
No. Like I said, once again, a nigga who was born in the culture knows more than a fan.
You're doing it again.
Oh, that's a fact, is it not? A nigga who born in Long Beach.
And my response to that is
he's exactly right.
My response to that is that Suspect, nobody wants to listen to a podcast where you talk about how you're the only one who gets to have a valid opinion.
Only one.
Hold on, but his thing is, you saying since he white,
I didn't say white. He said white.
Why you throwing rocks and hiding your hands? Because we all know what you're fucking saying.
32.
No.
He's throwing rocks and hiding his hands.
No. I'm about to tell you why
I'm not. He's throwing rocks and hiding his hands.
I can tell you why you because you said the culture. You said the culture.
Listen,
let
me
go ahead.
Let me dismantle his lie. He's trying to say
but then he's going to say something, and then I'm going to repeat it back to him, and then he's going to tell me that he never said that.
He's talking about one mic, and I'm trying to get my opinion now, but I'm talking
over
because you keep saying the same thing.
Listen, I'm about to say something completely different if you'll shut the fuck up. Listen. He talking about white, right? If I call Lush is way more knowledgeable about hip hop than him, because Lush has actually been in it for 30 years.
But see,
he's a fan.
Again,
I'm not talking about white.
He's saying that you ain't been in it.
I told him that he shouldn't be arguing that his opinion is the only one that it matters because of his life experience. But now he's saying the same thing about Lush.
No, listen.
He's putting Lush as a stand-in for himself.
Bro, all that. I want to note something for y'all real quick too. Almighty's not hot. Almighty speaks with aggression, much like me, and also like he talk like that to everybody. He always do that. Almighty not hot, but Adam's hot. He told him, shut the fuck up then.
Argument is that our argument should be able to stand on their own.
Than you.
You have no argument here.
More than you because he's in it more.
You gave up on having an argument, and now you're arguing that you're the only one who gets to have an argument.
He said white.
He's saying he's not saying this because you white. I just named you a white man who knows more. He's saying Lush been in hip hop for real for a long time.
For real.
I know because he realizes that it's kind of tacky to just talk about himself. So now he's subbing Lush. He's subbing Lush in my
head. Now you're trying to tell me what I realize in my head. More perception.
I'm breaking down what you're doing right now because it's so transparent.
More perception. Quote me, nigga.
It's so transparent.
You tried to say that I said you don't know shit because you came in this as a white man in 32. That's not what I said. I never said white. And then I gave you an example of a white man who's actually been in it who knows more than you. That's why I said white. You said white. Let's know.
Did you notice that not once in this argument have I flexed my accolades?
You just said white.
Which is that? Sound like that's what you want to do.
Fan,
Suspect. Here's a question.
Not rapping.
Who has created the?
Who flexed their accolades anyway? No one flexed any accolades, but look, because this is what happens when ADAM22 gets spun. Now he want to be like, I'm this guy. I did this. I built this. Watch this very carefully because Suspect never said anything about his accolades. All he said is that I was born into hip hop. His father is Rifleman the Gunman.
Most successful podcast on the West Coast in the history of the internet.
But
you don't rap.
I knew Cole was about to do that.
That's different. Being a spectator.
Look at him moving the goalpost. Now you don't rap.
Let me give an example.
Who is the most successful person in the media space on the West Coast of the last 10 years?
Let me give an example.
No, that's an honest question.
Let me give an example.
You tell me. No, I want you to answer me. Who's the most successful person building a media platform on the West Coast?
No, better than
stop. One mic.
What's the name of OG Crit?
One mic.
You get what I'm trying to say? How is the spectator? How is the spectator more knowledgeable about the person who's actually involved in it?
One mic.
How?
One single mic.
It doesn't make sense.
Individual
I'm
mic.
Talking.
One mic.
It doesn't make sense.
One mic.
How is the spectator more knowledgeable than the person?
And I love how Suspect keep talking. Bro, you're not about to talk to me like your gay dog on the side. Watch your mouth. No, I'm going to keep talking. And what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do? Shut down the show? Take off on me? I think not. You're going to take it.
Okay, are you done? Suspect.
How is Street TV more knowledgeable than a Crip his whole life? Because he's been spectating Crip shit for a long time. That don't make you more knowledgeable than a nigga who was born in it.
That's insane. Suspect.
How is that insane? A nigga who's
the guy who's a gang expert who gets hired by the government to consult them on gang activities and trials is more knowledgeable than just a random dude.
So he can tell you more about the insanes than you. A nigga who been spectating and
no, but he could tell more about the entirety of the culture.
No, he can't.
Yes.
No, he can't. He can't tell you more about insanes than a spectator. How?
So the guy who studied it for his entire life.
They talking about two different things. Y'all talking about two different things. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
But he doesn't want to talk about what I'm talking about because he knows it's over.
Okay, buddy.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
His whole argument is that I don't get to have an argument.
I've been saying that, bro.
A person who could...
You're not on mic.
Oh, shit.
No, but I mean, you could get on mic, but you're not on mic.
All right, we got P-Nice in the building.
Shut up, P-Nice.
What's up, guys?
What's up, G? How you doing?
Y'all both saying some real shit.
Nah, so a person like you were saying, Adam, a person that studying this shit, they would know a lot. Probably a lot more than a person that's been actually banging this shit.
Because he watching
Because they studying it.
Because the average dude from your hood...
They probably asked him, they probably asked you, getting all the information that they need.
Secondhand information.
As far as experience,
Right.
I go with you. You feel me? A nigga don't got experience on a nigga who studied. You feel me?
But the
it's
thing
like,
is,
it's like a football coach.
We're talking about the average gang member, and my argument is that the average dude from your hood does not know a lot about what's going on outside of his immediate area.
That's what makes us
sure.
That's what makes us.
If you're a gangbanger in Long Beach, you have absolutely no reason to know what the fuck is going on in the valley.
Born in it does though.
Who cares? Some of them might know.
You saying
it's very rare.
You saying you cover the world on it type. You saying he could cover the
entirety of even just this city
cover the world of it
is a very specific skill.
What he's saying.
And the average gangbanger is not going to go out of their way to get that skill because it would be totally useless to them.
It both makes sense, bro. Because a nigga can't tell me about something I'm inside of.
At all.
Right? That's what you say. But I know
you know more about me, and
I'm born in this I know.
Yeah, but you were hanging out at battles.
Stop.
I created the most successful company in the history of the internet on the West Coast.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
Hold on.
How would somebody who's just a fan be able to experience that much
you're
success?
not a fan?
Meanwhile, what success have you experienced in rap?
He's saying he loved.
But what have you experienced? What success have you experienced in rap?
You saying you love.
Like you're saying that you have all this experience, but what have you done with it?
Right?
You got it.
Adam.
Right.
And that's when the distance starts. That's when the personal attacks start. Almighty never personally attacked him. He just stated fact. And then here he go attacking.
I mean, I don't want to make it a personal attack, but it's too hard not to.
Personal attack.
Oh my God!
You made it personal
first. How?
By calling me a fan and saying that
I said you were a fan.
I've only been listening to rap since I was 32. You had so many.
I said you got in the
You had so many more years than me, and what did you do with it?
One mic.
Did you not get in the culture at 32?
You had all these years. What did you do with
get in
it?
the culture at 32?
What did you do with all those extra years in the culture?
In my mouth, I didn't say listen.
But tell me, answer my question.
Did you get in the culture at 32? Did you not?
No, I started interviewing rappers at 32.
Got in the culture. That's in the culture. Now you're trying to semantics.
Do you think that
not in the culture?
Do you think
Being
that?
A fan and,
can you please respect the one mic?
Let me also tell you this. Just because you listen to hip hop don't mean you're in the culture. Please understand that. Just because you listen to hip hop don't mean you're in the culture. It's a fact.
Allow me to speak.
You saying you loved it since forever.
Do you think that I just started being into rap at 32 when I got into it? I got into it with encyclopedic knowledge of this shit.
So you know more than the nigga who was born in it.
But what have you done with that?
You got it, cool.
What have you done?
Now you want to make it a personal attack, and that's cool. You won.
No, but you already made it a personal attack on me. So you're not giving me any chance but to express the fact.
That's cool.
See, you're doing the damn homie thing. You're talking over me because you don't want to hear my point. But my point is that
go ahead.
I have experienced unprecedented success in this field, and I would have never brought that to the table, but for some reason you want to flex the fact that you were hanging out in poetry lounges with Lush.
So because you was a fan, so you're being
you keep saying fan.
He was hanging out where?
How am I a fan when I've experienced more success within this culture
it, bro.
than like almost anyone ever?
Cool. You right.
No. Look.
I mean, how is that a fan?
Hey, look. What you're saying is you're covering the
wildly
entirety
disrespectful at this point.
You feel me? The whole thing, and you make success off of it.
Right.
So you do know what you know. You do know more than
basically a culture vulture.
Right. Would I have become successful in this space if I wasn't extremely knowledgeable about it?
But what the homie saying
Who
is,
here
you
can
don't
say
know
that
more
they
than me
went
'cause
and
I'm
sat
inside
down with
of it.
Joe Budden and 3 of his co-hosts and cooked them? I've done things that no white boy has
You
ever
taking
done
it
in rap.
somewhere else.
I'm just saying. It's true.
Okay, look.
It's
Both
not
y'all
like an
got- both y'all got
accident
a
that
point.
I've managed to
I'm
have
saying-
so many
I'm saying,
accolades.
Y'all, he can't compare to that because he ain't over there on that. That's not something he want to compare with you with. You get what I'm saying? But
I'm just saying,
how he's saying
he's trying to diminish my contribution to hip hop by saying I'm just a fan and I got into it when I was 32. It's obviously crazy. So you're putting me in a place in which I have to do the thing that I absolutely never do, which is brag about how successful I am. I never do that. But you're trying to undermine me and say that I'm not allowed to have an opinion about hip hop because I started doing podcasts at 32.
Not that.
What the fuck?
But you saying you capitalized off hip hop. He's saying he's really in hip hop.
Well, he was hanging out at poetry lounges and shit. Yeah.
You got it. You cool with the disrespect. Go ahead, bro. You laughing and shit, but it's cool, bro. You got it.
Bro want to take off on him at this point. You keep making little jokes, and it's like, doggy, at the end of the day, you're a culture vulture. Sorry.
I mean, I'm just saying.
You got it.
But yeah, I think y'all got two different points from the beginning, from the start.
No, you started it. You forced me to do that.
How? I never attacked
because you started calling me a fan and saying I got into hip hop at 32.
Did you not?
You lied.
Did you?
Where is the lie in saying that he's a fan of hip hop and that he got into the culture at 32? You say you're a fan of hip hop from when you were a little kid. Boom, that's a fan. You started interviewing people in the culture, in hip hop culture at 32. Where's the lie? Y'all gotta pay attention, man. These folks will try to spin you. They will try to spin you.
Not.
You lied.
So what were you doing before?
What I said, I was riding BMX every day in the streets.
That's hip hop?
Yeah, I mean, it's part of it.
Get the fuck out of here. No, it's not.
Oh, so now you're making fun of my BMX shit.
Hip hop, get the fuck out of here.
I was super successful in BMX as well.
I'm not saying you're not successful. What the fuck?
But don't tell me that I'm not allowed to have an opinion.
What the fuck do riding bikes got to do with rap?
Just because you don't understand it doesn't mean that it's not a real thing. Hey, you want to know something? If you were to ask anybody who really knows about BMX, they will tell you that I and me pushing hip hop and BMX, I'm the most influential person in the history of bike riding in terms of the music.
That's also a lie too. What I want you guys to do is go to the No Jumper YouTube, scroll down to the playlist, and then go to all the bike playlists that bro got. It's literally songs like and they doing tricks to that music. I ain't hear no hip hop in none of those. Again, he's lying. God, he's garbage, bro. This your friend? This your friend? It's a bomb.
Because I was always at the forefront. And I'm talking before No Jumper, because I was always putting new, interesting rap. I was the first person to put Gucci, Thug, Can, all this shit back in the day. Like after the Animal era, which ended in like 2006, I was the guy who was pushing hip hop in BMX and basically made it so that hip hop was the sound of BMX for the whole time that I was the most popular blogger in the space. But he doesn't get that, so he's down to diminish.
Okay, so we going
this shit going everywhere.
Wait, yeah, that's where I'm like, hold on, cuz now we on BMX again.
But Suspect did get me out of pocket and forced me to do the thing that I don't normally do, which is to tell you how successful I am.
The whole thing is y'all arguing.
But now you're playing the victim and acting like I had no right to tell you.
You didn't. I'm not going to disrespect you back because you're my boss, so you got it.
You started it.
I never disrespected you.
You started it. You told me I'm not allowed to have a fucking opinion about hip hop.
About shit. Stop putting words in my mouth.
That is what you said.
Did I say he wasn't allowed to say
throw
shit?
in the rock,
VW?
hide in the hand.
VW. Did I say
throw
he wasn't
in the
allowed
rock,
to say shit?
Hide in the hand.
Did I say he wasn't allowed to say shit?
Throw in the rock.
Thank you. I never said he wasn't allowed to say shit.
You did it.
Look at DW shaking his head like no, he didn't say that. This guy, bro, this ADAM22 is almost delusional for real. Because it's like he's literally saying that, like, do you not hear what's coming out of your mouth? We hear what's going on. Like, and this is what I be trying to tell y'all. He think the audience stupid because let's be honest, the majority of his audience is like, niggas. I'm gonna be real. Don't get me wrong, it's a bunch of others too. But, you know what I'm saying? It be niggas on here, bro. And it's because the majority of his cast is that. You get me? And it's like, he think y'all stupid. He think y'all are imbeciles. Even how he be talking to them. But the things he said, like right now, do you think the viewer don't see what's going on right now? That's crazy.
Say that, but you insinuated that.
Why are you lying?
I insinuate that he's white. I just went and told you a white man that.
But you stated facts, though.
No, I said a fact. All I said is you were a spectator.
But he insinuated that you was white.
You were a spectator in hip hop until 32, and then you inserted yourself into it. I was born into it. That's all I said.
What did being born into it get you?
Okay, that's what I get.
And that's immediate.
What did he do?
He said.
See, and this is where Almighty Suspect should have said a more vast knowledge of hip-hop than you have. That's what it got me. Simple as that. He should have just served him like that. I know more than hip-hop than you. That's what it got me. Get out of here, bro.
What did that do for you?
I ain't gonna lie.
If anything, what you said, the fact that I've experienced the success that I've experienced in the last 8 years, that's amazing. That's amazing. You've been around for 30 years.
You got it, bro.
What'd it do?
You got it. I'm not even 30, nigga. You got it.
Served again.
You got it.
Damn, bro, you just got cooked.
You got it, bet.
That's
You got
good.
big cooked.
I think y'all both got an opinion on what y'all talking about.
Y'all got a point.
Y'all on two
My problem is
y'all
that he's playing the victim now when he's the one who started it.
Oh, you did. Oh, you turned victim.
No, because he dissed me and like made it a personal attack before I did, and now he's acting like a victim. Like I'm fucked up for saying that I'm successful.
The personal attack when the super chat read that Adam can't have this argument with Sus, and you said how he knows more about rap than you start making it a personal attack, and I said whoa.
No, but that's not a personal attack. That's just me saying I have every right to have an opinion on this shit, just like you.
That's not what you said.
No, that is the point I was getting at, and now you're trying to play a victim.
That's what you've been doing to me the whole time. A point in perception. Do y'all get what I'm trying to say?
I do.
Perception.
Y'all
You're
been got. If y'all think nobody get y'all, cuz
no. I'm done talking about.
We got exactly what both y'all saying a long time ago.
A nigga who watching your culture can't tell you more about when you're in it. He just can't.
No, I think we already proved that with the gang conversation that they definitely can.
You said average. We're not talking about average. I'm talking about a nigga who pops in it.
Here's a better example.
That's me.
Who's got a better perspective on hip hop?
My history, so you don't know.
Who's got a better perspective on hip hop? Somebody who literally writes a history book on hip hop,
right?
Or just some random rapper?
We're not talking
it's the fucking guy who wrote the history books.
We're not talking about random, though.
He probably went to every hood.
Stop putting random. But stop putting random on it. Say somebody whose father was heavily involved in hip hop and had you heavily involved in hip hop and you're heavily involved in hip hop. Say that. Not
that's what
average.
He's saying.
Boom.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why I'm gonna end this at, because dog, this was like an hour. This is like a 30-minute clip, but this was like an hour of, you know what I'm saying, Adam trying to be right when he's clearly wrong. You know what I'm saying? Again, I agree with every single thing that Suspect was saying, because it's true, bro. You can't sit from the sidelines and get stories from the people who's actually in the game and think that you know more than a person who's been actually participating in this all their life. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Again, if this is your first time to the channel, please like, subscribe, comment, and share. Go up to the top of that page, hit that Instagram link. Follow me on Instagram. Shoot me some DMs. It's your boy Gangland Neem. Peace. This nigga Adam crazy. You just don't understand the thing.